Welcome to Obi-Wan Studios, and for today's LEGO Star Wars set review, we have the 75405 Home 1 Starcruiser. This set released on January 1st of 2025 for $70 as part of the Starship collection and contains 559 pieces. Now, this set is super exciting for anyone who's a fan of the original trilogy because at this point it felt like we'd never get an actual model of the Home 1. Sure, that 7754 Home 1 interior set exists, but we've never actually had a real model of the Home 1 until now. When it comes to the set's box art, we have that standard 18 plus all black color scheme. Behind the Home 1, there is a bit of a green glow, which I love because green I always associate with Return of the Jedi because of Luke Skywalker's new lightsaber color. So I love that use of green for that color here. If we turn the box around, we have another angle of the build, a shot of the Home 1 from Return of the Jedi, and the set's dimensions. Alright, it's time to unseal the Home 1 Starcruiser. If you guys haven't given me a follow on Instagram, make sure you do at Obi-Wan Studios. Now, let's get the Home 1 all opened up. Inside of the box, we have our instructions manual, and when you open it up, there is a foreword by the creative lead and design director for LEGO Star Wars Gens, and then the following page has some information about the Home 1 Starcruiser, details that I love just being added to these instructions manuals, and then there are 5 numbered bags. I'm going to go and build the Home 1 Starcruiser, and I'll check back in with you guys once it is completed. Alright, here we have the Home 1 Starcruiser all built, and I just have to say, this is another fantastic looking Starship collection build. I mean, the Home 1 is not the easiest ship to actually get across in LEGO form because it's got relatively few straight edges, no corners, it's all very smooth in that Mon Calamari kind of Starship design. But LEGO, especially for the scale, did a really amazing job in making the Home 1 look as good as it does for this build. One thing about the build's design that you might notice that stands out quite a bit is the use of different colors in it, where you might remember the Home 1 being more of an all kind of light gray color scheme. There's red, kind of a darker tan, sand blue, all incorporated into the build. But if you look at some of these shots in the instructions manual from Lucasfilm of the model of the Home 1, you see all of those colors are in there. And then I went back and actually watched Return of the Jedi, and even though it's a bit washed out during the Battle of Endor scenes, you can actually see that some of the Mon Calamari cruisers, when you get a good look at them, have those colors in there. So these additions are accurate, and honestly, I think make the build look a lot better than it would have had it been all just done in gray and dark gray. And like I've said, when it comes to the actual shaping and design of the Home 1, this is where I'm the most impressed with the build. I definitely did not expect to like it as much as I do, having built it and actually experiencing the set in person. The shaping at the front is definitely, I would say, the weakest of the build. There are some larger gaps as they try and make it come more towards a smoother point at the front, but I think the overall design there looks fine. But then the rest of the build from the top and the sides looks really nice, especially just all the little greeveling pieces and details that are added in there. You have both bridges as well. The kind of front secondary bridge and the back primary one are represented in there nicely. And then the engines look absolutely beautiful with the light blue transparent thrust and then the different shapes for the design. The way they're staggered too looks really, really nice. I absolutely love the details. And then also the light blue transparent pieces that are used for the different hangers on the Home 1. It all just looks really, really nice. And I also do really appreciate how the designers tried to add in some of the shaping and details to the underside of the Home 1 because it's not flat in universe, so there are some pieces that help just to create some of that shaping in there as well, even with the stand in place and the way it attaches. Definitely makes it look a lot better than had they just made it all flat for this build. Now, the Home 1 Starcruiser has 4 Easter eggs incorporated into the design, but we are going to start off talking about the last one because it's the very first one you can see from the build's exterior. Attached at the back of the build with a transparent pole piece is a little Micro Nebulon B frigate build, which I think looks awesome, and it's basically in scale with the Home 1 as well. And it just helps to set the scene a little bit more and make just the build look a little bit more animated as well and call back to the Battle of Endor. Now, in the instructions manual, LEGO does reference this Easter egg like they do with all of them, and for the instructions manual kind of entry here, I think it's pretty humorous actually, and I'll read it to you guys now. This EF-76 Nebulon B escort frigate serves as a combat hospital for the Rebel Alliance. If you need an extra hand, this is where Luke Skywalker got his new cybernetic one with tactile sensitivity. The fact that they have just that pun, if you need an extra hand, of course, calling back to the end of The Empire Strikes Back, is pretty funny. Now, as far as the other 3 Easter eggs are concerned, you can't tell at all that they are even there because they are completely covered up by the side paneling of the Home One. So in order to take a little bit more of a look at them, I'm just going to pull off the entire side piece, and then I'll have some shots as well from when I was building the Home One for all 3 Easter eggs too that we can discuss and go over. Now, with the entire side piece of the Home One taken off, you could probably display it in a cross-section form just like this if you wanted to. If LEGO had actually made it so that you could fill in the front nose of the Home One so that it didn't look totally empty, and then you could display it like this because you have the transparent kind of windows to show the 3 different Easter eggs, I think that could actually look pretty cool, but the fact that the nose is just left empty, it kind of makes it not look as good as it probably could have displayed in this cross-section form. Our first interior Easter egg shows Ahsoka Tano and General Hera Syndulla at the holotable inside of the Home One Starcruiser from the Ahsoka show, and I personally think it's awesome that they added in a nod to the Ahsoka show in this Home One Starcruiser Easter egg. And reading from the instructions manual, these days there are few who can wield the Force. Ahsoka Tano and General Hera Syndulla may be discussing how Morgan Elsbeth was able to escape and or how to recapture their notorious prisoner. A pretty awesome Easter egg in my opinion. For the middle interior Easter egg, we have a micro A-Wing starfighter build, just another cool choice that the designers chose to put in here. And reading from the instructions manual for this one, it says, assemble your green squadron and prepare your A-Wing starfighters for the upcoming battle to take down the Empire. And our final interior Easter egg is the one that if LEGO only added one into the build, this is definitely the one I think a lot of us would want to have, and it's Admiral Ackbar commanding the Home One during the Battle of Endor. And I also love the quote from the excerpt in the instructions manual for this Easter egg, "It's a trap! It's a trap!" Admiral Ackbar, coordinating the Rebel attack on the second Death Star at the Battle of Endor, realizes the entire mission is in jeopardy. The Death Star deflector shield is still up. Now, while the vast majority of us won't display the Home One kind of in this cross-section form here, I still think these Easter eggs are really awesome and just something kind of cool. The extra thought and detail that goes into these Starship Collection sets is something I really do appreciate and I really want LEGO to keep doing. And lastly, as far as our Home One Starcruiser is concerned, we have the standard Starship Collection series stand. It looks great. You have that printed piece that says Home One Starcruiser on the front with LEGO Star Wars on the very top, and the Home One Starcruiser just attaches to the top of the stand. It sits on there and it's very sturdy as well. The black aesthetic of that stand just looks great, and I just really do appreciate the fact that LEGO is consistent with every stand for the Starship Collection. As someone who is admittedly more of a prequel and Clone Wars era fan, I really genuinely love this Home One Starcruiser Starship Collection build. I think LEGO absolutely nailed it. Really, from a design perspective, there's really nothing else I could ask for or really critique when it comes to the build. The front maybe could have used just a little bit more refinement or something, especially for displaying it at that cross-section kind of style like I've already mentioned. But other than that, the shaping was done beautifully. I like the scale that it is in as well. The little pops of color too on the build I personally do love. And then all 4 of those Easter eggs I just think are so awesome and make this build extra special, especially compared to a lot of the other sets as well. This one has 4 Easter eggs, which is just really nuts. The only issue when it comes to this set, in my opinion, is that $70 price point. It definitely feels a bit steep for what you actually get. If you're a hardcore fan of the original trilogy and, you know, very particular maybe to the Home One Starcruiser from the Battle of Endor, then for $70, I can see it being still a great pickup. But if you wait for it to go on a sale, like you know it is going to, for like 10, 15, 20%, whatever it is, at that point, a little bit of a discount on it, I think it's an easy no-brainer for anyone who's a fan of the original Star Wars movies. It's truly a great set, and LEGO is starting off very strong this year in 2025 with these 2 Starship Collection sets. Thank you for watching my review on the 75405 Home One Starcruiser. If you enjoyed the review, don't forget to leave a like on the video, and as always, let me know your guys' thoughts on the set in the comments down below. I always love reading what you guys think of these sets that I review. And if you want to support my LEGO Star Wars set reviews and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, please consider subscribing. It's just the best way to actually show that you enjoy my content and want to support the channel. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next LEGO Star Wars set review.